Hello, everybody. This is Danny Vegas, and we are back in Las Vegas for Get That House. Now, Get That House, this beautiful show, is on twice a month. And we come in here, we come into your computer, we come into your phone, and we talk real estate, and we talk about the nuts and bolts that makes it all happen. Now, today, we have, as we always do, Barbara Irwin. Yay! And Brian forgot to tell me his last name, but his name's Brian.
Holland.
Oh, Holland.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can say that and spell that. That's amazing. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Let's belly up to the bar a little bit. We're going to be talking about real estate. And the first thing that we want to talk about, Brian.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure Barbara can chime in, is, okay, there you are. You're fat, dumb, and happy, paying your rent check every month, just like Joe Gamble does every month. How many years now, Joe Gamble? 7? Okay, Joe Gamble, and he's our tech guy. And you're thinking, gee whiz, I'm spending just as much money on this 3-bedroom apartment with the guy that lives upstairs with the drums, and
That's right.
I want to own my own home. So, Brian, buying versus renting. Round 1, go.
Yes, sir. Basically, at Old Republic Title Company, we do what we can to absolutely educate not only professional realtors such as Barbara Irwin, we do our best to also educate the general public and basically shed some light on the dream of home ownership. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about, the dream of home ownership. That is the American dream. A lot of folks think it's out of their reach. They're not, they can't afford it, and they'd be surprised, based off what they're paying every month in rent, what they can afford in a home. So we're here to shed some light on that. Joe Gamble, if you could please, if you'd be so kind, and pull up the first flyer, buying versus renting. Thank you, sir. This is just one of the many pieces, not that we're going to go over them all today, but this is one of the many pieces that we have not only for professional realtors, but also for the general public to, again, shed some light on what they can actually afford. So, if you would like a copy of this information, please, by all means, at the bottom left, you'll see my cell phone number. Shoot me an email. My email address is provided as well. Shoot me a text and let me know, and I'm more than happy to share this information with you. So if you look at the buying versus renting flyer, and we go down to the 600 mark, so you can see that if you're paying $600 a month in rent, after 10 years, you will have spent $93,169 that you can put towards a home.
That's a lot.
Now, typical loan lengths of a loan would be about 30 years, okay? So for that same $600 a month that you're paying in rent, at the end of 30 years, you can afford a $499,000 home. Now tell me, is that something is that affordable?
That's $500,000, Brian.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
a lot of money.
That's a lot.
And
a
how
lot
much
of,
does the
That's
show
a lot of
make?
house.
$1 million every show?
Oh, I make $1 million a show
There
on
you
my
go.
show. So I hope your check clears, Barbara, when I...
$1 million an episode. All of a sudden, this is an episode of Friends.
Yeah. No, I'm going to buy a house.
But in all seriousness, if we scroll down the scale just a little bit more, and I'll give you one more example. If you are paying $1,200 a month in and month out, in rent, at the end of 30 years of paying that rent, you will have been able to afford almost $1 million home after 30 years.
Wow.
So I think with that type of information presented to you, it would behoove you, sit down with a reputable lender, bank, mortgage institution, sit down with Barbara Irwin and say, you know what, I've met with a bank, this is what I can afford, and Barbara will find you a house.
Yes, I will.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you find when you sit down with someone, they're like I said, they're doing an apartment and maybe or even a townhome situation, are they just like surprised that they could actually do this? Because I'd be willing to bet someone like, man, I never thought I can buy a house.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I was just at a dinner this weekend for my HOA, and one of the committee members brought her friend to the dinner, and she was like, well, I can't buy anything. And I was, why not? There's grants for down payment assistance. There's loans. You can find a condo for $120,000 still.
Right. Yeah.
So why can't you? Same as an apartment. Why not? Let's go. Let's do it.
And there's a reason why Old Republic Title has created such a flyer with this information to let folks know it is within their grasp, it is affordable, and it can be done. Joe Gamble, if we can scroll down to the next sheet, buyer's worksheet, thank you very much. So folks, again, once you've secured that loan, you're going to want to let your realtor know what type of property you are looking for. And right now, folks, since you've secured that loan, I understand, believe me, emotions are running high. You may forget to ask certain questions, such as, how soon would you like to move? What part of town would you like to live? Do you need to live proximity to your job or your children's school? What type of home would you like? Single family, condo, townhome? What type of property would you like to move into? Move in ready? Some work needs to be done? Or you like a complete fixer-upper? Do you need a pool? Do you need a spa? What is the price range you're looking for? How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms do you need? These are all pertinent things that you may forget to ask, but your realtor should know in order to find you that dream home. And here's another one that's not even on this list. What if you're allergic to a certain tree or plant that's here in Las Vegas? And again, you forget to mention that. And then you find your dream home only to walk into the backyard and think, I can't live here or else I will scratch myself to death. So bottom line, these are all things that you should share with your realtor in order to have Barbara help you find that dream home.
Most definitely. True.
If we could scroll down, Joe Gamble, to the next one, buyer's checklist. This is great information, especially for first-time home buyers, and what to expect. So again, you've secured your loan, Barbara has found that dream home for you, and then you'd like to know, as a buyer, what should I expect? Because at the end of the day, folks, it still will take 30 to 45 days. Once you've secured the loan, found your dream home, and now you're into your contract, your real estate contract, it's still going to take 30 to 45 days on average for you to close that property and get your keys to your dream home. During that time, you will need to know what type of information will be required from you. Tax information, your pay stubs, things of that nature. These are all things that either your lender or your escrow officer will need to secure that loan and to find you your home. As far as the title company is concerned, you will have to have all of your contact information provided. Your escrow officer will fill out or have you fill out an information request form. This basically separates you from any others that might have a common name. Let's see. Anyone that's going to show up on the deed of trust must be present at the time of signing your documents with the title company, and everyone must have government forms of identification. So you can't show up with your Costco card with your signature and picture on it. No, that's not going to work. You will need a government identification, driver's license, passport, things of that nature. On a side note, as the flyer will tell you, the details of your purchase agreement, that should be discussed with your real estate agent. Your financial amount to close escrow, your Old Republic Title Company escrow officer will discuss that with you. Your loan requirements, that obviously is requested by your lender. And how to take title or ownership of your property, your attorney or legal advisor should advise you on how to take title to your property.
So it looks like we're almost running out of time. If somebody is interested in finding Brian and more information on these checklists, how do they get a hold of you, Brian?
By all means, please contact me at 702-985-2222, or you can reach me via my email address, which is bholland@ortc.com. That's BHOLLAND@ortc.com.
And I'm Barbara Irwin, Las Vegas, Nevada, Homes and Land, 702-235-9298. Thank you very much for tuning in.